Okay, so we are seeing verbs in Sanskrit, and we saw how verbs work. Verbs come in the form of verb roots. That is the first step. Verb roots, you will find almost 2,200 verb roots in the Sanskrit language. The verb root, the verb root is something like but. It has many of them have a halan. So from the verb root, which you cannot use in the language, you take that verb root and make it into a verb base. How exactly it is made into a base? If it has a halant, most of the time what happens, like 80% of the time, the halant gets removed and you end up with patha. Then to patha, you add all the endings that we saw. Ami, avaha, amaha, si, thaha, tha, ti, taha, anti. These endings get added to the patha over and over again, and we end up with our conjugation table. Nouns are declined, verbs are conjugated. Nouns have cases, verbs have first person, second person, third person. So in our conjugation table, you have first person I, second person you, third person he, she, it. You will have singular, means one me. You will have duo, meaning me and one more person, or you and one more person, or you, or he, she, it, times three, two, and finally plural. Lots of us, lots of you, lots of they, them. Lots of them. Okay. This is the way verbs work. Now, very simply, everyone will agree that the simplest homework you got so far was to write these two conjugation tables, which means verbs are not hard. Verbs are extremely simple to work with once you're following the rules. It's like 1 plus 1. Verbs are very simple, like 1 plus 1. Now, it's not like you can use these verbs in all circumstances. This is the conjugation for present tense verbs. Okay, little more detail as we go along, this much for now. Present tense verbs. We also saw that some verbs are a little more fancy. You know, they need their own treatment. You need to know how to deal with them. Like gum, to go, it does not become gama. It becomes gacha. The verb base becomes gacha. So to gacha, now you add all the endings. Ami, abaha, amaha, etc. So you take the verb root, you make it a verb base, and to the verb base, you add the endings. And how you know the verb base? Most of the time it is removal of halant. If not, I will always specify. So far, so good, right? Okay. We saw you will have, like these verb roots, you will have 2,200, about. You don't need to memorize them. You just need to start becoming aware of them. What you do need to memorize eventually is the ami, avaha, amaha, that thing. Okay. I also shared with all of you how really cool Sanskrit is and how from verb roots, most of the language is built. And so the meaning is built into the word that it makes. And we saw some examples also. Now let us do our homework. First, I'm going to read out all the verbs. I didn't write it in English, so I hope that those who are reading Sanskrit, they're little. So the hope was, with a little bit of time, you can look at them properly and figure out what they are. I hope you didn't go from vocabulary to translation without reading them at all. You just drew it and wrote the endings. I hope you didn't do that. I hope you actually read them, okay? I'll read them one by one. Arch, to worship. I'm going downwards. Chal, to move, jap, to chant, vad, to speak, has, to laugh, but, to read or study, but, to fall. You see why it is so important to get the pronunciation right? Look at these two. If you say but and but, well, you don't know which one you're saying. Aham patami. Aham patami. You can say I'm going to study, and you can try to mean I'm going to study, and you can say I'm falling. You must pronounce the sounds correctly. They're very close. Raksh, to protect. Khad, to eat. Creed, to play. Yaj, to worship. Vas, to live. Dah, to burn. Dhav, to run. Ni becomes naya. And to naya, you add whatever you have to add. Naya, ni is to lead. Bhu becomes bhava. Smrit becomes smara. Oh, I'm not telling the meaning. Bhu becomes bhava, to be or become. Smrit becomes smara, to remember. And gam becomes gacha, to go. Okay, now let us do our. I want everyone to look at my homework and tell me how many marks you think, just by looking, I will get for my homework today. There's 24 questions. You don't need to check all the answers really quickly. You just need to see, actually, this would get 2 out of 24. Why? Because I have not written the person and the number for any of the other words. If we are in a test and I give you verbs and you do not write this, then you're going to get a 0 on that question. You have to write it every single time, okay? It doesn't matter that I wrote all the answers. If I did not write that, in my mind, the question is not complete. Okay, now, let us see. We three read was patamaha, and that was one first person, plural. Now, you two run. What person is that? You is, I'm going through it with all of you, so we learn to think through it, okay? You two run. You is second person. You two is dual. You two run will become dhava. He moves. He is what person? He is third person. How many he's? Singular. Singular third person is ti. Shalati. I eat. I is what person? In Sanskrit, in English, I is first person. How many eyes? 2 eyes. 1 eye. Here, singular. 5. She speaks. She speaks. She is what? She is third person. 1 she, singular. I didn't tell the previous one was kadami. She speaks will be vadati. Vadati. You worship. You is second person. Worship. You is second person, singular. Archasi. Someone might argue, no, you was multiple people. You can put whatever argument you want, no problem. When you get to sentences, it'll be clear. But here it looks like singular. We two laugh. We is first person. We two is dual. So we two laugh is hasavaha. Those two play. Those two is third person. And two is dual. Those two play. Kridataha. Not kridathaha. Kridataha. You all do japa. Again, second person. Oops. Second person, plural this time. Japatha. Disciples are eating. I hope that everybody translated the disciples also. And you didn't say, oh yeah, this is homework for verbs, leave disciples. Some people would have skipped it for sure, I know. Okay, disciples are eating. What is our verb? Are eating is our verb. Who are eating? Disciples. So disciples is first case, plural. And you had to check and see it was masculine. Okay, first case, plural, masculine, shishya. Now disciples are eating. So disciples will be third person, plural. So this sentence will become shishyaha khadanti. Some might be wondering, is it disciples eat or disciples are eating? This verb, this present tense verb that we're using, you can translate it as they eat or they are eating. Whichever one in context makes sense, it's fine. Two families are chanting. What is our verb? Chanting. Who are chanting? Two families. So third person, dual. Oh my God, sorry. Two families is first case, dual. And families is neuter. The word family is neuter. Correct? And then, no thing, see. And then chanting. Who are chanting? Two families. So what person will it be? It will be third person. And there's two of them, so it will be dual. When you start to get to do verbs and you add cases, the first mistake people make is they'll put a 3 over here and make this third case. This is first case. It is the subject. Who are chanting? Two families are chanting. The subject of this sentence is two families. First case, two families, so dual and neuter. Kula is the word. So kula in first case, dual, neuter. Kulam, kule, kulani, kule, two families. Our chanting will be japa taha. Okay. The teacher is going. Who? So now what is our verb? Is going. Who is going? The teacher. So the teacher is subject. How many? Singular. And you check and see that is masculine. Okay, so now you see our verb. Which person is our verb? The teacher is third person. How many teachers? Singular. Remember, I take all questions at the end, right? Teacher is singular. So that will become acharyaha gacchati. Family is neuter. I've given that correction. Family is neuter. Okay. So far, so good? So far, so good. Now we go to Sanskrit to English. Chalami became I move. Japati. Japati. That is which person? Japati is third person singular. So that will mean he, she, it chants. Pathasi. Pathasi, second person singular. You read, or you are reading. If you translated it like that, no problem at all. Gachavaha. I can see some people frantically writing down the answers. You all were supposed to do this before you came to class, not in class. Gachavaha. Gachavaha is first person dual. We to go. Smarathaha. Smarathaha is second person dual. You to remember. Pandavo khadataha. Pandavo is, our verb is khadataha. Khadataha is our verb. Who khadataha? Pandavo. So Pandavo will be first case, dual, dual, masculine. Everyone follow that? Actually, this taha should give you a clue that it is a dual subject that you are looking for. Pandavo khada taha. So our khada taha is going to be third person dual. Two Pandavas eat, or the two Pandavas are eating, however you translate. Acharyam archamaha. I hope that everyone didn't get tricked in this. Yes. What is our verb? Archamaha. What is our subject? Don't say acharyam. Archamaha. Amaha means what? Amaha is what person? Amaha is first person. Archamaha is first person plural. Correct? So first person. So what is our subject? Our subject is we. We archamaha. We worship. And then we worship. What is the object then? Acharyam. Second case, singular, master. We worship the teacher. How many people got that wrong? Raise your hand. How? You see? That is what happens when we don't ask the question, what is the verb? We don't look at the verb. We don't ask what is the subject. You have to ask the questions. Otherwise, this kind of mistake will happen. Archamaha, the subject is not written, it is implied. So please don't get tricked again. You have to find the verb, ask what it is, figure out this little code here before you get the meaning of the sentence correct. Okay. Those who didn't raise your hand, I think it is because you didn't do that part. I'm just joking. If you got it right, congratulations. Kshetre hasatha. What is our verb? Hasatha. Hasatha is what person? Hasatha is second person. Second person, plural. Hasatha. So the meaning, if has is to laugh, then the meaning of this will be you all laugh. So what is the subject? You all. Not field. Not fields laugh. Not two fields laugh. My sentences are not so bad also, guys. They're a little bad, but not so bad that the fields will laugh. You all laugh. So if you all laugh, that means that the subject is you. So kshetre cannot be subject. So the most sensible meaning for kshetre in this case will be seventh case singular neuter. You all laugh on the field. Okay. Next. Shishyaha kridanti. What is our verb? Kridanti. Third person plural. Now you're looking for a plural subject. What is our subject? Shishyaha. First case plural. Shishyaha kridanti. Disciples play. Next. Putraha vanam gachanti. What is our subject or our verb? Gachanti. Gachanti. When you're going from Sanskrit to English, you can figure out the verb right away. Gachanti is third person and it is plural. So now I am looking for a plural subject. What is that? Putraha is first case, plural, masculine. Now see, vanam is a neuter word. And vanam in first case is vanam. Vana in first case is vanam. So if you had not looked at this sentence and figured out that the verb is third person plural, then you might have said, well, vanam could be the subject because, vanam is first and second. But because this is plural, vanam cannot be the subject. The subject has to be plural. And the only plural word here is putraha. So putraha is the subject. If this word was vanani, if this word was plural, right? Let us take this example. Vanani. If this was plural, then you could have said, well, is it that the sons and the forests go? Or is it that the sons go to the forest? That question might have come in your mind. But because this is plural, the only subject is putra. So vanam will be second case singular neuter. The sons go to the forest. Right? Next. Sukhaya yajamaha. What is our verb? Yajamaha. Yajamaha is first person plural. So what is our subject? Yajamaha. We is the subject. We, yajamaha, we worship. Sukhaya, fourth singular neuter. We all worship for joy. And the last one, adhyayan pathathaha. Pathathaha is second person dual. So what is our subject? You two is our subject. And what do you two read? Adhyayan, second plural masculine. You two read the chapters. Okay, so I hope that everybody gets a better and has gotten a better understanding of using the verbs, looking for the verb, no taking shortcuts. If you take shortcuts, you will get it wrong. Okay? Right. Oh, it's 6:26. Oh my God. I have something to teach you all today. Now, everybody knows what a pronoun is in English, correct? What is a pronoun? A pronoun is a word that replaces a noun. A pronoun is a word that replaces a noun. Now in these, I'll tell you all more about pronouns tomorrow, but I want to show you something first. Pronouns are like I, you, he, she, it, all of those will be pronouns. all these phrases that we had done, where we say, like, you worship. Actually, just saying archasi is enough to tell you it means you worship. Like when you went here, gachhavaha, we to go. That whole thing is built into gachhavaha. But sometimes you want to say I, and sometimes you want to say you. You want to add the actual word for I or you or he, she, it, right? So we have words for that in Sanskrit. Those are the pronouns I'm going to introduce to you today. Avam, aham, avam, vayam means I, we two, we all. Aham, I'll send this to you. Just listen and I'll send this. Aham, avam, vayam. I, we two, we all. Can you say, this is eyeball? You have to say, this is my ball. So I is not a replacement for my. In the same way, aham is not a replacement for my. Aham only means I. It is a first case singular word. Avam is first case dual. Vayam is first case plural. Get that? I'm only giving you the first case. In traditional Sanskrit, you'd have had to learn the whole table before moving on. We're only doing first case for now. You can just learn first case and then I'll come back. Next line. Tvam, yuvam, yuyam means you, you two, you all. First case singular, first case dual, first case plural. Saha, tau, te. Saha means he, tau means they two, te means they all. He or it. This pronoun replaces all masculine words. Not people, words. All masculine words. This is first case singular masculine. First case dual masculine. First case plural masculine. I and you don't have gender. Next line. Everybody, please give me 2 minutes so I can finish this, so I can give you your homework. Otherwise, we wouldn't have homework today. Sa, te, taha. Sa is she or it, any feminine word. Te is they two. And taha is they all. Feminine. First case, singular, feminine. First case, dual, feminine. First case, plural, feminine. And finally, tat, te, tani. Tat is it. Te is they two. Tani is they all. But in neuter. So this will be first case singular neuter. First case dual neuter. First case plural neuter. These are the pronouns for first case when we use verbs. Now, your homework is going to be to take these pronouns, subject pronouns, and all the 24 sentences, phrases that we had done, you're going to add the respective pronoun. So, for example, Pathamaha. Pathamaha, we three read. So your homework answer for today is going to be, you're going to check what is we three. You're going to see that it is vayam, and you're going to write it. All subjects in the sentence, in these phrases, are going to be replaced. You're going to add the pronoun to all these phrases. And for sentences like shishyaha also, You replace that also with the pronoun. Okay, so we're going to practice putting pronouns for all of these 24 phrases. That is your homework. I will send right now in the group this thing, these pronouns, and then you can finish them. How's that? Simple, no? Take the pronoun and add it in the phrases. Not hard. And I've written it in transliteration also, so everybody can read it properly for the first time. Okay, we'll do closing prayer and then I'll take questions. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om Shri Sadgurnath Maharaj Ki Jai.